I was born 3 pounds, spent the first few weeks of my life in the neonatal intensive care unit at Phoenix Children's Hospital. I was on a ventilator and all these tubes, and I guess my mom said I pulled my ventilator right out of my mouth, and I knew I didn't need it. I breathed on my own. And I was musically talented from the beginning, playing my mom and dad's piano and singing, and it's pretty normal. And then age 8, my parents would find me sleeping upside down in a hamper on the kitchen floor in the middle of the night, screaming and rolling on the floor in pain. Finally, they found a stage 4 Wilms tumor in my right kidney, and they gave my parents a lot of hope that I would be fine. They would just take the tumor and kidney out, and I would live life normally after chemo and radiation. But going into the surgery, they found out that the tumor had spread everywhere. And so it was an open-close surgery. The doctors told my parents I would not be back for another surgery and that I was not going to make it. I would maybe live 4 months on chemo and radiation, and then they would need to say goodbye to me. I was obsessed with the Phoenix Suns. I still am. And my favorite player back then was Charles Barkley, and he was my role model, believe it or not. And he had a bald head, so I was like, I don't care about losing my hair. I'm going to look like Charles Barkley. And I actually didn't want my hair to grow back because I wanted to look just like him. I sang 2 songs to him, and he gave me some cookies that his mom had made him, and I actually still have a cookie 16 years later, no joke. I think my parents realized the truth and reality of the fact that I may not make it, because there were some children that I got to be friends with that didn't make it and that lost the fight and the battle to cancer. A lot of times I would get mistaken for a boy. I remember going to school and with the Phoenix Symphony Orchestra, and I had a red ball cap on, and a man asked me if, he said, "Sir, could you please remove your ball cap?" And I remember starting to cry because I was a girl and I didn't want to remove my ball cap. And when he found out I had cancer, he felt really bad. Camp Rainbow, I think, started back in 1985. It was the best thing that any child with cancer could ever be involved with. I got to go up north to Prescott with other children who are dealing with the same things and just go away and be a kid and not have to worry about life's troubles or being made fun of at school for being bald. And when you have cancer, and if you have like a port or Broviac in your chest where they put all the medicine through, you really can't do a lot of swimming. So that was really fun to be able to go swimming again. This picture is of me and a little girl, but I would come visit her when she was in the hospital. Kids get poked and prodded so much when they have cancer, and sometimes it's a good relief to be able to pretend like they're doctor for once. I mean, every time I go back to the hospital and volunteer or spend time with some kids that are stuck in their room in isolation, I really look back at it thinking, I've been so blessed to be given a second chance, and I'm here, and the least I can do is come back to the hospital and give back a little bit of what I was given back 16 years ago. And it really was a big deal for me to be able to walk up and get my diploma and really have no true medical problems. I mean, some children who do survive cancer have major medical problems afterwards, and I really have been blessed to not have to deal with any of those. I actually am volunteering now at Camp Rainbow, and I love going back and getting to be a friend to the kids that have cancer now. If you look back, all the people that we met, the people that's lives have touched us, and the lives that we have been able to touch through my story and through what God has done in my life and healing me, I mean, I wouldn't take it back for anything.